Welcome to the Chatty Curator channel and get chatty about your local businesses. Hi Max, how are you?
I'm well.
Thank you so much for taking part in this. And do you mind doing a quick introduction for the audience,
Yeah.
please?
My name is Megan Williams. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the current president at Globe. So we're a non-for-profit volunteer organisation, and we stand for LGBTIQ communities, small business, and professionals across Victoria. We host a variety of professional and social networking events, and we also curate our annual community awards ceremony, as well as an annual community grants program. So we do that each year. We have a very rich history in the community, and ever since then we've been growing our memberships, our event attendance, and our offerings ever since. So we're always looking for new members and new sponsors, and we also want to welcome everybody within our wonderful and diverse LGBTIQ community. So you can find heaps of information on our website. It's www.globevictoria.com.au, and you can also follow us on all the socials, the Facebooks, the LinkedIns, the Instas, the whatevers. And that's probably it in terms of introductions.
And what prompted you to start getting involved in the volunteer?
Okay, so I have actually been attending Globe events as a participant or attendee. I was attending with my best friend for over a decade, so I've actually been coming to Globe events for quite a long time. And what prompted that was, we were looking for opportunities to meet like-minded people, and we were very young professionals at the time, and we wanted to be able to actually learn and practice this, skill around networking. So that's sort of how we found out about Globe. But what really motivated me to join the committee was the 2018 Community Awards event. And look, I have to be honest, prior to then, I wasn't really aware of how much advocacy work was happening in our space. And I remember in 2018, it was the marriage equality plebiscite debate. All of that conversation was happening. And I saw I'm just getting goosebumps thinking about it. I saw, I think it was the LGBTIQ rights unit of the Human Rights Law Centre win an award for the advocacy work that they were doing in that space. And I just remember watching them and just thinking to myself, wow, this is amazing because of the hard work and dedication that other people, my peers, are doing. I get to have a more positive experience for myself. So I think it was at that point that I was like, I think I would like to do that as well. I think I would like to help other people, my peers, have a positive experience in their life. So I really enjoy people. I really love chatting with people. So to me, it made sense that, Globe, networking, making connections, having conversations with people, it just seemed like this was probably the area that I could make a meaningful contribution. So I've been on the committee ever since, and I've been in this role probably for the last 12 months, which for the last 12 months was an interesting time to be in this role.
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, I would imagine. And also, I think it's so wonderful that, for example, yourself and everyone else in the committee are really enabling a really positive environment for, because sometimes that running a small businesses or just operating, even if someone in a bigger team or corporation, but they might not feel that they not belong, but sometimes that we all want to find some people that are like-minded people and connect with them. And I'm still at the early stage of learning what like advocacy and what that can be done, but like you said, sometimes that just bringing people together and having that platform, having that enable different people to have that discussion, and I find that very inspiring.
Oh, that's amazing. And like you say, what I like, and I'm similar to you in terms of, I look at all of the advocacy work that's happening and I just think, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. I don't know how I would be able to have the stamina and the commitment and the drive and things, because it's really, hard, it's a hard work, right?
Yes.
But I think for me, the best place for me to play that role is to, connect people and when, say, talking with you and you say, oh, this is my idea. And then for me to go, oh, well, let's see how we can get the idea off the ground. I probably can't make the idea happen, but I can introduce you to this person and this person's also doing similar work. So I feel like that's where I can, that's what I think that Globe plays a big part in bringing everybody together. Yeah.
Definitely. And now, how did we touched on that a little bit? How did the events of 2020 affected you and the members of Globe?
Yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting, but
that's an understatement.
Very early on, the team came together to brainstorm ideas around, what can we do to continue to support our communities, provide a space that facilitated connection in lieu of, not being able to come together, right? And there were a couple of other things. We had paid members, so how do we continue to provide value to those people? And how do we also reach regional and interstate audiences, right? Because that was something that we hadn't been able to do. So last year, we moved all of our events online. We moved them online. We made them free events to encourage as much participation and make it as accessible as we could. And what the format meant, which was a really lovely surprise that I don't think we would have really understood if we weren't forced into changing the way that we did our events. But what it did is it enabled us to showcase our small business members, because we gave them an opportunity to promote their businesses on the Zoom calls. We also had our fellow community organisations, so they had a platform to come and share their stories, their purpose, raise awareness for their services. And also we were able to create opportunities to support LGBTIQ artists to showcase their talent. And, out of all of the people affected, I think the arts community was probably hit the hardest. So for us to be able to, facilitate,
provide a platform and
continue to support people while they weren't able to do their regular work. I think that was really wonderful. And you touched on it before, but another nice surprise was, this format meant that we actually saw different audiences from different places who wouldn't necessarily have been able to make it to our face-to-face, or may have felt uncomfortable coming into that type of environment. So they were some of the really lovely surprises that came out of us being forced to reimagine the events that we had in last year. Last year, we still ran our grants program, so we awarded $12,000 worth of grants, and our awards event was so it was really, really special last year, especially given the year that everybody had. So if I can just give you some lovely little stats, I think, just to sort of help listeners and people know this is sort of the breadth and the reach. We had 52 nominations. We had 31 finalists and 12 winners, 12 winners of people and organisations who had excelled in areas of advocacy, whether it was in health, sports, arts, the media, business, and those winners were from Metro and regional Victoria as well. So the fact that we were able to still celebrate the achievements of all of that work in light of the year that everybody was having, I think was really, really special. So it was a lovely way to finish off the year.
Oh, that was fantastic. And even in the second half of last year, I think something that went really well is that you guys introduced special speakers, for example, from Victorian Pride Centre and such as. And I think that really bring that in, that format is excellent because, well, look, I mean, there's like a double-edged sword with that. That sometimes in-person events that you have people showing up at different timings, so it's a little bit tricky to put that like kind of like a keynote speaker. But then I found the Zoom events, the online event, sorry, the virtual networking events, that was the name, sorry. The virtual networking program that we have special speakers that come in and talk to us, and have that really focused topic. I enjoy it a lot. And also, yeah, so look, I mean, it's like this is for everyone in the community.
Thank you, thank you. And that's a really interesting point that, it's nice to hear your feedback around the different formats, because since then, and since having our events face-to-face as well, we still get feedback from people around, are we going to continue to do virtual events? So we are just thinking about how can we get the best of both formats, because I think there is absolutely, there's a need from people to come together face to face. We want to be able to honour that, but I think all of this, I guess, innovation and lovely surprise that has come out of these events, I think that there is a place for that as well. So we're just trying to work through what that looks like going into the future.
This is an important question. How can businesses or individuals or professionals get involved?
Okay, there are a number of ways you can get involved. You can join as a member. We have lots of different membership types: individual, small business, and corporate membership. So again, you can find out all of the information on our website, so we can, get that information out to you.
I'll put a screenshot on here.
Beautiful. You can come to our events. You can tell your friends and your colleagues about us. You can share us on the socials. You can subscribe to our monthly newsletters. If you're a venue, you can partner with us and we can actually have an event at your venue. Or if you're somebody who wants to collaborate on a project, like, reach out, because we're more than happy to, see what we can do to collaborate and partner with different LGBTIQ individuals, organizations, and things like that. So yeah, they're the ways that you can get involved with us.
And for example, if someone's interested in, say, attending the networking event, do they need to be a member, or is it open to everyone?
Open to everyone. So if you are a member, those events are complimentary. If you are a guest or a non-member, it's for a price. And again, you register on our website and you just follow the instructions there.
That's great. So it's not only for members, it's for everyone. It's absolutely like everybody's welcome.
Everybody's welcome, yes.
Absolutely. Finally, this is a strange question. Okay, so in a parallel universe where you can be like you and your committee can be running globe in a different place, in a different country or wherever, where do you think you would like to be?
That is a great question. I hope this is answering the question, but I've thought about it quickly. And look, I think the dream for me is that we have our events in any place where we can replicate the wonderful Midsummer Carnival Day feel. My Midsummer Carnival Day is my favourite day. Yeah. And what I love so much about that particular day is that, as far as you can see in that park, regardless of how you identify, we all come together to celebrate us and celebrate our community as a collective. So I will take any type of environment in which we can, Globe can facilitate that on some level. So in a park, in a venue, on a boat, in the country, on a rooftop, whatever. I will take all of the suggestions. So I don't know if I've answered your question, but that's
no, that's great. It's great.
Cool.
Actually, in this case, I'm just gonna put a call to action out there. Is a little bit like, audience, if you have any suggestion or if you know any venue or location, parks or whatever, just reach out to Max. And then as I mentioned before, all the information is just underneath this video. Just click on the link, start a conversation, for crying out loud. There's no harm for doing that. And yeah, so Max, thank you so much for taking part in this interview, and it's just wonderful speaking to you. And I look forward to seeing you at the next in-person event.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the time and the opportunity to chat with you, Arthur. So thank you.
Thank you.